What up, boys and 2% girls? Welcome to another Warframe video. It's Gaz, and we're going to go over another weird build today. Because, we're really deep in that content drought of DE doing nothing in 2021 besides giving console Orphix Venom. So we're going over some weird stuff that might not be super applicable to the game at large, but is still something you could do. And we're going to be going over basically perma-invis Gara today. And this will work on other frames as well, but I think Gara is one of the best applications of this. So we'll go over that. And we're also going to just talk about how, if it's not a Smita or if it's not a Helios Prime, most people are not using it nowadays. Which, maybe we need Pets 2.0, basically. So before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button and sub to this channel so we can keep growing that channel up, guys. Appreciate it. Alright, so what we're going over today is a combination of the Hurras Kubrau, which is a Kubrau not a lot of people use, but I've always enjoyed this thing. It is the Buck Fungi. And prized for its ability to sneak up on the unsuspecting prey, the Hurras Kubrau was used to be invisible and be invisible. The Orokin were invisible when they used this invisible dog. So what this ability will do, it's called Stalk, and it will let you go invis when the dog sees an enemy and it's close enough to you to make this invisible. And that invisibility can last up to 2 minutes. You will break the invis when you attack with a weapon. Or if you're playing Mesa, you will break the invis when you use your Mesa pistols, because those are kind of like a weapon, you know what I mean? So that's the main basis of this ability and what we're doing here. If the dog attacks stuff, I believe you'll break invis as well, so hopefully the AI does not attack something. But yeah, you can basically stay invis with Gara and use her glass shredder wall thing to go pretty crazy, actually. I'm sure you guys know, a lot of people know at least, that if you have a stat stick build on here, you can actually get Gara's glass wall to be pretty crazy and do a lot of damage. This is not a stat stick build here at all right now. This is just like the normal build I use on the Vitrica with a slash proc focus thing. So we will not be showing the damage here, really. This is not really a stat stick build. But yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use Gara from a long time ago, probably months ago video. We're going to use Pillage, and we're going to use Splinter Storm and Mass Vitrify. You also need to technically use your 1 to break the glass wall. But yeah, that's the basic gist of this. Arcane Avenger's not really doing anything here, but let's just keep it on for now. And keep in mind, Gara does scale with combo duration now on her explosion of her wall. So if you want to min-max the stat stick, go for it. Okay, so let's just hope that the dog doesn't attack anyone here. And we can stay in Viz for up to 2 minutes. Okay. Go in Viz. So as long as we don't attack with an ability, or rather, if we don't attack with a weapon, we will be in Viz for up to 2 minutes. Once we leave invis, I believe there's an 8-second cooldown to actually get invis again. So, yeah, you could probably see how this works. We technically have the mecha set bonus on our dog as well, so it will mark an enemy every couple of seconds. And we can just, so if we got a good stat stick going on here, we can just run through the mission invis the entire time, and it's basically perma invis Gara. Some missions in this game take less than 2 minutes to complete in the first place. So you can probably see how good this possibly could be in some situations. Alright, so I'm invis, they can attack. They're shooting at something. They're shooting at something for sure. It might be the dog. So yes, you can just do this. And this will also work on other frames that use abilities mainly to attack enemies as well. So frames like Saren, frames like Garuda, Equinox, etc., etc. You could just be invis for even Volt. Like if you're using Volt to DPS, you could use it on Volt as well. And this will last up to 2 minutes, like I said. I have not tried it on Korra, but then again, here's the problem. Is if you're not using a Smita, why are you even, what are you even doing, basically? So as you can see right there, I used a weapon. We're not invis anymore. It's going to take 8 seconds to go back invis. And we're invis again. So the enemies are really frustrated right now. And we're low on energy. Let's use an energy pad. So yeah, if you don't use a weapon, you are good to go, guys. But yeah, like I said, the Smita and the Helios and all that, people are going to be using the commands for two or three things. I guess the Panzervolta Phyla is also one people are using a lot of time nowadays. Why would you use this? Why would you use this in Vizdog besides this really gimmicky, funny thing that I find pretty funny? Oh, by the way, you can also put the Spectro, the glass shards thing on the dog, and it can also do some DPS as well, which is kind of funny. I feel like they need to do a Pets 2.0 here. We got the Smita giving you double resources, double XP, and some other buffs. We've got the Helios Prime, which will let you put a stat stick on there for your melee to get you some more red crits and all that kind of stuff. Because this Helios Prime is the only Sentinel that can equip the Deconstructor melee weapon. The other Sentinels cannot equip it, like Death Cube Prime can't. And then we've got other ones like, I guess the Adarza is very nichely useful, but not a lot of people are running around with Adarza nowadays. And then we've got the Panzervolpaphyla, which is going to Viro proc the enemies and be like infinitely like respawning and stuff, which is really nice. I think we need like a giant rework of a bunch of these pets. And I've said it a bunch. The Vizier President had a little bit of time in the sun during Orphix Venom where it could heal the Necromech. But I'm sure like, they don't think that's intended. So they're probably going to eventually nerf that, honestly. Even though that's the only use this dog has. Worm Prime has the negate ability, which is pretty good. But that's like very nichely used in like Eidolon fights, I'm pretty sure. I haven't really done an Eidolon fight in a while, but this is what I used to use in Eidolon fights, to prevent a status effect every 5 seconds with negate. Like the MOAs and stuff, like they're like... The thing is, like, there's just a meta for pets, and like some of these are just not really worth considering. Like Prisma Shade, it has a similar situation to the Hurras Kubra we're using right now. But you know, like I'm saying, like why would you use this Hurras Kubra in the first place? Like it's really not like the meta of anything. And I'd say that the Prisma Shade is actually even worse because you cannot revive a Sentinel once it dies. And this has to be within 10 meters to get the cloaking. Okay, it didn't die by the time we... Okay, this one just seems worse, actually. We instantly lost our Invis there. Yeah, I'd say just use the Hurras Kubra. Hurras Kubra ability seems a little bit better than the ghost of the worm or the Shade has. So yeah, I'd say we need a full rework. Like, they need to buff some of these. Don't nerf the good ones. Buff the bad ones. Which I know DE thinks is too much work, but... there's also Oxalis. Like, some of these are nichely useful, to be fair. Like, if you're going fishing, the Oxalis is helpful. But it just isn't. It's not enough of a reason. Like I'm not gonna never take off the Oxalis. You know what I mean? Like I'll never take off the Smita because even for fishing, the Smita is gonna give me double fish sometimes. So that needs a change. I think it's like about time. They told us we're gonna get Pets 2.0 before. What was Pets 2.0? Giving animals fetch, the fetch mod. That's what Pets 2.0 was. Because when they announced Pets 2.0, they said, "Oh, we're gonna do like some reworks or whatever they said to them," and we only got this. So. What gives, like, is it, I guess that just was not in the cards, and just like Warframe Revised 2, we have not heard anything about it in a while, a very long time, actually, since, like, at least early last year. I wonder when the last time Pets 2.0 was actually mentioned was, because I don't even remember. So, that's basically it for the video, guys. Perma Invis Gara, basically. And like I said, it works on other frames too if you want to do it on, like... I bet it would be pretty good on Garuda. Let's try it on Garuda real quick. I have done this on Garuda before. Let's see, do we already have him equipped? No, we don't. Okay, so what you can do with Garuda is you can use her 4th ability, grab the enemy's soul with your 1st ability, and then throw the ball, and you should be invisible that entire time. You can also use your 3 to get some more health back, and then get some energy back, and then keep casting. We have Eclipse on Garuda as well. Alright, once we go Invis... we can start the fun. Grab the wrong enemy there. Okay, and you can just keep doing that. It works with Saren too, like I said, but with Saren, a lot of times you need to kill enemies with weapons to keep your spores spreading. I guess you could use your 4 to keep your spores spreading, but I don't always do that, to be honest. So yeah, pretty good stuff, guys. I do like the Hurras Kubra a lot. I've always liked the Hurras Kubra. And if you're using like a full mecha set bonus situation as well, you're going to be able to mark enemies. With Garuda, that's really good. This is really good with Garuda with the mecha set bonus because the enemy gets marked, you hit them with the slash proc, and it transfers the slash proc to enemies you did not hit. So let's see if the dog will mark anything here. There's the marked enemy right there. That's our target. And it should transfer the slash proc. That was very weak. I don't know if it's still marked. Well, you get the idea. You mark the enemy with the slash proc. It's for some reason doing like no damage. And we attack with the gun. We're out of Invis now. And yeah, it does work in missions. I think the Gara one will be more useful in missions. Just stack up some damage, run through Invis. And you're mobile while Invis. Not something like Quiver where you have to stand still and just be a sitting duck. So, I'll talk to you guys next time. Hope you found this video helpful. Yeah, I got a video out today, even though I have to work until 2 a.m. So, go me, go you. And, yeah, peace out, guys.